will be the owner.
Cutter, a
Okay.
ghost, a hound, a hull, leech. A hull? Hull's new, right?
No. Hull was in the other one, but yeah.
Oh, leech, lurk,
Yeah.
slug, spider,
Let's,
vampire.
let's. I would say let's stay away from the ghost, the hull, and the vampire right now. Can you see a character in the scoundrels folder? Oh, can you even see the scoundrels folder?
I cannot see the scoundrels folder. My actors directory is blank.
Sure. Oh, thought I made you guys all the owner of this. Yeah.
I see scoundrels.
All right.
I see Lost in the Ombre.
No, that's okay. You can take that one. Take one of them or whatever. Is that all you see is him? Yeah.
That's all I
How
see.
did you can take that? I just kind of was creating a character. I thought I assigned this one to you. Huh. Let me see about getting green. Oh, let me edit this folder. Obviously, that didn't go to your ownership either. You should have a folder. Owner, save changes, trim. There should be a character in that folder. Should have a character in that one.
Yep.
Okay.
I have a blank character.
Okay.
I'm poor.
Character.
I got zero as a zero monies.
Uh, go through the. What's it called? No. Permissions, I guess. You guys should be able to create characters. Character. Clock. Figure ownership. All right. Can you do anything with your characters? You should be a small compendium
Yeah, I was looking through
available.
the classes to see.
There's not much change in like classes, or is I don't know if it's actually in this or not. But there are like some slight changes to like some of the abilities, which I think is actually for the better in most cases.
Grave, what did you think you wanted to be?
I was leaning towards Allar'ack,
Uh,
stealthy infiltrator and burglar.
Yeah,
do you think
nice.
I should also be stealthy? Like, are we going to be like team stealth, or should like what are you thinking? Like for a, are we smugglers? Are we
Crew, kind of
what type
crew,
of crew?
and that will be man.
Because if
It's
you
my
want to be
mom.
the quiet one, I don't want to be. I don't want to be the loud guy. Fuck up your shit.
So you got assassins, bravos, cult, hawkers, shadows, and smugglers.
And bear in mind, the 2 sessions I've played with you guys are the 2 sessions I have played of this game.
Hmm.
So
It's all right. This game is very easy to play. It's basically it's really about the way we tell the story, and then we figure out where to throw a dice in there. So, and obviously assassins, and bravos are like thugs, uh, cuffs, I guess you would say. The cult is actually what it sounds like, a cult. Hawkers are people who go around and sell things. You know, if you think you want to sell something. Shadows are basically spies, and then smugglers are smugglers. Lurk. Oh, let's see. Yeah, shit, actually, anything goes. Way this game plays.
Shit. I just clicked on. I know you said don't look at Ghost, but I had to look at Ghost. It's like you're
That's
a
fine.
You are a fucking
Okay.
ghost.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I should have never looked at it.
No, it's actually a fun because you can possess people.
That's why I said I should have never done it.
And like I said, that's something I would want to get into in a long run campaign.
Yeah, kind of like a one-shot type thing. It's kind of like a rough.
The way and the way I was thinking about doing it when I was like, oh, if somebody wanted to play a ghost, what I would be like, okay, look, well, when we start the game, you'll be friends with everybody, and I'll just kill you you'll die in the first, figure out a way to kill you in the first score or whatever, and then you can come back as a ghost. And then if you run, and that's kind of think I think how I'd like, or like I had one character, and it actually was it somehow is where like kind of where the game ended. One of them died, and something happened, and we went a different direction. I think because like people had to leave, but somebody died, and I'm like, you can become a ghost, man. And I'm like, really? And yeah, they were gonna go in that direction. So if your character actually dies, you have it. There's a way to, just transition to a ghost.
Do you want to be a group that like sells things, or do you want to be like a one that goes out and I guess if you're selling things, you're still stealing them to get them, right?
Well, and that's the thing. It all depends. A lot of times, it's more like I don't know. Hawkers is I don't think I've actually had anybody play them before, but I figured like a lot of their scores would be either like getting money to somebody, it's almost I think it's like smugglers and hawkers are maybe the same, or maybe I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm just trying to figure out how to play some of their missions. Uh, it's like really, it's just getting sources of income. Hey, how are we gonna fucking,
Uh,
we need to buy guns, or we need to buy drugs, or we need to buy X and Y, and
I'm guessing the hawkers would hire the smugglers.
I would believe so too. They would be kind of like, and that's what I was kind of, it's like, and that's why I was like, what kind of fucking scores would you guys be doing? It's like, and like I said, it would be mostly almost like social things, or you know,
Taking out competition.
that could be another one. It's like, hey, we're gonna go, and for all you guys know, it's like, hey, we want to fucking go kill these people. What? You guys are selling stuff? Yeah, we're gonna go kill those people. Okay, but that's the game. I do have an opening score for them, so it's okay. I would have to figure out where I would go from there if you did want to play Hawkers.
I'm thinking maybe a spider to go along with your lurk. So I have study
A good spider.
and consort.
Yep, boom, boom. So you start with that. Choose a heritage. Okay, so we got a do. You choose a playbook, choosing a set of special abilities. Sets of XP triggers.
Drop and drag, I like it.
Yeah, I think okay. So it is working like that. Good, good, good.
Or
'Cause I
drag and
know
drop.
it was. Yeah, it's not paid. They do other stuff on like Roll20 and shit. It's like, dude, give me some boundary, man. Some boundary. But and then you choose a heritage.
And we're not limited to a heritage, right?
You're not limited. What do you mean you're not limited?
Like there's none that are don't take
Oh no, yeah,
this.
you can, no. Yeah, there's anything in this book is a heritage is like I said. It was just the ghost, the hole, and the vampire. Um,
The supernaturals.
yeah, because the hole is basically a robot. It's basically like as a ghost, that character can actually like become a hole if they wanted to. It's like, oh, because that's really what a hole is. It's a ghost, like
Oh
basically in a
crap, we had a whole
robot
adventure trying
body.
to get a hull for someone.
Yes. And they come in different sizes and shapes from cats and like birds and shit like that to actually like things as large as carriages that can actually carry people inside them. Like there's like holes are like there's so many different sizes and I think yeah, so yeah, that was a yeah that one shot was fun. There was some good just fucking around on that one. It was all had a bunch of this stuff planned out, and then people didn't show up, and it was like, ah, but it worked out, I think, because we created new items that I actually still use in my game. Um, uh, you had the cult doing rituals, and oh, man, that was just awesome. And I think you, Jet, or not Jet, Grim, you went somewhere. You did something at the end.
I
You
I
opened up
beca-
a portal or a door or something.
I took in that
Oh,
piece of the god fragment or something, and I
oh
became
yeah, that's
yours.
right.
Yeah, my character became yours.
Lurk and a spider. You said spider, right?
Yep.
That really is sounding like. Well, we'll look at the crew in a moment. But yeah, then you got your heritage, which I don't know that it really does much for you, but it gives you some kind of background information. Uh,
I think I'm gonna be Akaros.
Akarosi, yeah, Akaros. Yeah, makes sense. That's Dustfall basically, or Dusk Wall. Yeah, backgrounds make sense. Backgrounds you guys can obviously use in during the fiction. Hey, I'm a X Y Z or whatever. Oh, that makes sense. You can do this, do that. So
And the vices are how we get our sanity back.
stress. It's how you relieve stress. Close friend, rival. Choose a vice. Yeah, vices. Faith, gambling, luxury, obligation, pleasure, stupor, weird.
think I'm gonna go with gambling as my vice.
Nice. What kind of gambling you do? You have a poison, or is it just like whatever?
My wife says my vice should be putting clothes in the laundry because I didn't do that an hour ago.
I don't know
Ooh,
how that
fighting
works.
pits.
So you like watching fighting?
Yeah, like betting on fighting pits.
I just put fitting. It's trying to write fighting and pits and at the same time. That does not work. It is not the same thing. Who runs the fighting pits? Sergeant Velk in Dunslow is your vice purveyor. Choose a different color so I just notice that.
Sergeant
That's
Felk
his
where?
name in Dunslow. Should be if you're looking at the map, it's actually down in like the southern part of the
I'll
world.
find it later. I got so much open.
Yeah, you're good.
But that's cool.
And his name is Sergeant, not actually rank. Sergeant. Sergeant Velk,
It's like
I
major
believe.
major. I'm looking for
I'm
major
guessing.
major.
Well, the way it's written, I'm gonna go with that it being his name is Sergeant and not an actual sergeant. Because usually when you have a rank, it's S. It just naturally abbreviated. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't have to look, but I'm taking it as his first name. I gotta go back.
Going background is from the underworld.
Underworld.
I grew up on the
Underworld.
streets. Street urchin.
Okay.
I have to change the laundry over. I'll be right back.
Not gonna reduce your stress. Or what you try? Character creation. Heritage background. Choose ability. Take a look at the special abilities for your playbook. Choose one. Choose one close friend and one rival. Choose your vice. Okay, let's see. See. Okay, okay. Nice. Dangerous friend. I should have made a crew sheet. Why you guys are doing that?
I think I'm all set.
Thieves, spies, saboteurs. Acquire product supply. Execute clandestine. See, now that makes sense. It's like, hey man, I need you to get me this here. What? Yeah, I'm playing cards. I need to kill this guy. Can you get me a gun? Yeah. Secure new territory makes sense. Contend with challenges above your current station.
I don't have to mess with items because we do that when we set up for the heist, right? Or
Yeah, items are all no. You don't even fuck with items until you use them. The only thing
and
you need to
abilities.
worry about, the only thing you need to worry about is your loadout. So abilities, let's get into that. That's okay, right here. Um, your player begins with three action dots already placed. You have those three action dots already placed.
Yep. One study, two
Okay.
concert.
All right. Assign four action dots. Your playbook begins with three. You get to add four more dots. So you'll have seven total at the start of the game. No action rating may have more than two dots unless a special ability tells you otherwise. Put one dot in any action you feel reflects your character's heritage. Put one dot in any action that you feel reflects your character's background. Assign two more dots anywhere you please. Remember, the max rating is 2. And then you have a special ability. Make sure you choose a special ability. Uh, special armor, character sheet is 36 bucks. Okay, yeah, choose your close friends and rivals. You have that dangerous friends thing on your character sheet. Make sure you click one of those green, one of those red. Little black thing should do that for you. Friends and rivals can do things for you. Choose your vice. You got to do all that. Got names, review details. So names, aliases, looks. All right. So the only thing you actually, if you're thinking about that, would be when you go to items, it's always about your load you would worry about. And load has changed a little bit, but so before the score, when you choose your plan for the operation, also choose your character's load style, conspicuous or discreet. Conspicuous, you have 6 boxes of items available. You may bring heavy items, any item that requires 2 or more boxes of load. But here's the change to this one. You must choose and mark heavy items before the score. When you're carrying heavy items, you're slower, less agile, and can't swim. Discreet, you have 4 boxes of items available. You may not bring any heavy items. So basically, um, uh, and during the score, you can't use like heavy armor or like a two-handed weapon or anything like that. But you don't have to choose any items before the score, obviously. You can obviously add load during the score by grabbing shit off the ground. And if you mark a seventh box, your character becomes encumbered and can no longer climb, run, or swim unless they drop enough items to get below 7 load. You can't carry more than 9 boxes of load. 9 boxes would be those who have like tough or whatever. There's like, or mule, I think is what it is. So I created the actor. We are here for your guys' crew. I didn't know what kind of crew you were going to go with. But yeah, since you both kind of picked like spiders and lurks, you guys you're not carrying fucking huge machines or chainsaws and shit like that. Oh, excuse me. I felt a little bit of envy when he said he started his day late.
Ah, ah.
I was like, you're gonna choose when you start? And why would you choose to start late?
Is there a drop down for the cruise or
Um,
a drag and drop?
yeah, there is. If you, yeah, it should be in the compendium. It said crew options. I opened up crew options. That's why I said I created the We Are
Oh
Here.
yeah, assassins,
So we can
bravos.
change.
Oh, hawk.
Is that we're going with Hawkers? Oh, really? Oh, there you go. You got XP. Let's see what the XP looks like.
Does that work for you, Gray?
Claims,
Yeah, it's
upgrade.
fine with me.
Okay, so when we're doing the crew, make sure we do this correctly. Cutter, lurk, spider. Uh, do the crew. All right, we took Hawkers. Choose an initial reputation. So you guys can be the ones they have here are ambitious, brutal, daring, honorable, professional, savvy, subtle, and strange. But you guys can create one if you want to, or use one of said listed. So that's your reputation. That's basically how people see your crew when you first. So you can change reputation.
So what are we hawking? Are we drug dealers, gambling hall?
We can get into that. That makes sense. So you gonna yeah. What are you hawking, dude? Hawker. Let me get to hawkers and see what kind of stuff it tells us. Into hawkers. When you play as hawkers, you earn XP when you acquire new product supply, execute clandestine or covert sales, or secure new sales territory. Instead of hunting grounds, you have sales territory where you sell your products. What's your product? Who's your supplier? Where and how do you sell it? So starting upgrades, you guys have resolve, training. They probably have that on there. And a secured layer, which makes sense. You're selling shit. Sales territory, sales supply, show of force, or socialize. Choose a favorite operation. Hmm. This is And so, Grim, what are you guys selling, man?
Well, if we were drugs, that'd be more smugglers, wouldn't it?
Oh, you smugglers get something from one place to another. Basically, you would be um having people buy so a smuggler would be the guy bringing the coke to in. You're the guy who sells the coke to the guy on the street, if you catch my drift.
Okay.
You see the difference? Yeah, so for you guys, if you guys wanted to sell drugs, like most of your main, um, you just be looking for, new people who, basically you'd be looking for smugglers. Which made sense to me when you kind of said that you would hire smugglers, which made sense. You'd be looking for people who, or the middleman. Like that's we kind of like. I'm guessing it's most of the when I was reading your missions here, but that's okay because, like I said, I have starts. Drugs. What kind of drugs do you guys sell? Like just like good drugs, bad drugs, all drugs. You guys sell the euphoric shit or the you know.
If we're a low level gang right now, I think maybe we do the cheap, destroy your life kind of drug. The really hard stuff.
Quick high, say goodbye.
I can go with that.
Okay. You guys sell do. Um, so we know our product. Who is your supplier? See, supplier. You guys are kind of low level. Well, like I said, you guys can throw out ideas too. Well, fuck it. Let's kind of say you don't have a supply yet, and let's have some fun with this. So, you guys have a connection to a Sergeant Bolton. Shit, what's his first name? Of course, I went to the wrong page. For his first name, Grant Bolton. B
I know a lot of
O L
sergeants.
T O N. Yeah, this one actually is a sergeant. So at this time in Dustfall, I don't know if you've seen that beautiful map yet. Um, that map was actually, I guess, created by the writer of the books, like best friend. He's like, hey, can I? Or one of his good friends, like, hey, can I just actually make a map and like label streets and stuff? And he's like, yeah. So this is what you get. And actually, it's all the different. So like, you guys are gonna start here in Crowsfoot. So let me actually activate Crowsfoot. So I'm probably gonna snatch you guys from where you guys are now. So this is like basically just Crowsfoot. So this whole map is just, it's like, you can obviously see what it connects to and whatnot, but it's like, I was like, this is fucking awesome. So that big red box you can see there, called the Black and Blue Apartments. Um, Recent changes in the world. Um, a small group of blue coats who are the police in our world of Dustfall, have kind of splintered off. They were given a special assignments, and given military gear and whatnot. Have become a somewhat Gestapo type military force. They kind of run uh, crow's foot, like there's no more real blue coats that kind of patrol the streets in um, crow's foot anymore. But this apartment is where a bunch of those people survive and or live and whatnot. One of those big apartments. Obviously, it's the like the lower level street people who are living here. The apartments they seem better off than like the entire neighborhood around it. Like they've
Gotcha.
been revamped and set up. Obviously, these cops. Uh, are well funded, having military equipment, like I said. So you guys have a connection. I don't know where the connection came from. Probably, maybe your underworld connection. What was your? I didn't see your background. Cross Rowan. Shank. Okay, Shank. Sorry, Shank. Is it okay? Okay. Okay. Um, a beggar. Okay. Okay. Uh, oh, hey, that's funny. So you guys are both underground. Um, you both so maybe you both have been arrested by this guy or detained. Put detained at one time or another. Um, but through that connection, he, you know, found out you guys were kicking out this or that here and again. You guys have just been getting by. Your other crew member, I can't think of his name right now, um, but like I said, if Eris, I don't know if Eris is going to show up or not. That right. Grim. You didn't change your name, Grim?
I'm working on it right now.
Okay. Don't forget you have a special ability. That's funny how it's doubled. I didn't know it doubled on this. That's weird.
I get one of those.
Yes. And they say if you don't know what you want, go with the first one on the list, but it looks like it's in alphabetical order. Was it always the first one on the list for what is he, Spider? It's the first on the list is
Give somebody a
always
+1 downtime action.
for you. Yeah, it's foresight. So the special ability, like the three ones they kind of
Foresight
throw out
sounds
are
pretty good. 2 times per
foresight,
score, I can
calculate.
assist someone.
hmm I want to see if that changes in the new. I don't think that's one of the. Twice per score, describe how your careful preparations add 1d to a teammate's roll, or invoke a flashback without paying stress. So it's actually even better. So it's the same thing right there. So twice per score, describe how your careful preparations add +1d to a teammate's roll, which is basically assisting. Or you can invoke a flashback without paying stress. So it's basically you can use it for flashbacks or assisting, which is actually really cool with foresight. Daredevil. Did they change Daredevil? Daredevil. You get +1 D for desperate rolls, but take -1 dice when you push yourself to avoid or reduce consequences. They just worded it different. What was Daredevil over here? When you roll desperate action, you get +1 D for your roll. If you also take -1 D to any resistance roll. Yeah, see, they kind of changed the resistance roll. That's what all it did. So it's the same thing. Just worded differently. Daredevil, you get +1 desperate. Yep. Yeah, so the way action and the why they changed it and worded it differently. So the way they changed the way action or basically your roles work. So I actually how it works is I offer you a threat. So basically we do our fiction, we'll talk about wherever we are and then say you get somewhere, you guys are selling drugs and you know so, or say you're doing something and I'm like, hey, you realize that it's about to start raining and the stuff that you have really cannot be out here, in the rain. It's going to destroy your product. And then you say, well, we're going to do X and Y. And then you make rolls, and it's like, okay, so you already know what the outcome's going to be. What you're doing with the roll is technically like reducing that threat because it's called a threat roll now. So basically, what you're doing is you're reducing that threat. So basically, it's like, okay, what we did protected the drugs, everything's fine, they're not wet, we're good. Or you roll the 1, 2, 3, and it's like, nope, your shit's fucked. You guys just lost X amount of coin or whatever. So it'll be, it's kind of interesting. So instead of you going, hey, I want to do, like, we want to, you know, bust through this door and disable this security lock. Okay, I know you're going through the door. Boom. What I'm going to do is say, this is the threat. You're going to succeed no matter what. But there's going to be a threat, something like, oh, if you do this and if you fail, the alarm is going to go off, or you might, on a complete failure, you're going to jam your shit, you're going to break this lock, and you can't get in. So you know what the worst is, you know what the best is, and shit hits the fan, and then you can still resist afterwards, roll some dice and take some stress and whatnot. So it's a little bit different. Like I said, it's pretty much the same. It's just it's easier for you to know what failure is going to be instead of us trying to, when you guys actually roll a failure, I'm like, oh shit, what would the failure be? We're not doing that. So basically, up front what rolling a one's going to, or 1, 2, 3 is going to do. And then obviously when you roll better than a 1, 2, or 3, that lessens the threat. So it'll make sense when you're playing. I promise. So,
Uh, what type of crew do we want to be? Are we alluring?
ooh,
Are we subtle? Are we professional?
so I'm saying that's your call right there. Yeah, ambitious, alluring. That sounds interesting. Where'd you come up with alluring?
That was the first one on the list.
Oh, is it actually on there? Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
have ambitious, brutal, daring, honorable, professional, savvy, subtle, and strange.
I'd say either ambitious or subtle.
Ooh, ooh, wow. That's like, hmm, that's an interesting jump. Oh,
Well, we're
there is a lot
starting
more
off
on here.
with the you know, the quick high, whatever, and eventually, trying to work. So probably ambitious probably works because we're trying to sell quick to get up the ranks to get to the good stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah. I like ambitious because technically this meeting is happening in the black and blue apartment building. Like you're going to that apartment complex. So I'd say ambitious sounds good. Ambitious.
Do we need to deal with any of the crew abilities right now?
You would have so you have two right off the bat. You have training and resolve. And let's see. I know you should. And then you can choose a special ability. Take a look at the special abilities for your crew and choose one. So Hawker's special abilities are. See,
Accord, Ghost Market, High Society, Hooked, Patron, Silver Tongues, the Good
yeah.
Stuff, and Veteran.
So Silver Tongue's Accord. Sometimes friends are as good as. Let's see. Did anything of that changed on this one? So playbook changes. Scoundrel. Do.
I like Silver Tongue.
Crews and Colts and Hucker. So high society is different. So it's high society over here. So high
It's
society, it's all about who you know. During downtime, name a member of the city's elite. If they have a positive opinion of you, take -1 heat. If not, ask the DM who are they connected to and what's the nature of their relationship. What scoundrel, rumor, meeting, or liaison do they wish we didn't know about? Is there a way for a wow? Why would hawkers? Okay, that's interesting. It, it just got really. It got really. It's like the same thing. Just yeah, it says -1 heat instead of making a roll. Because I think heat's handled differently in downtime. I don't think you roll for heat. What would you say you liked? The good stuff?
I like Silver Tongue.
Oh, Silver Tongue. Each
It
PC
is
may
good.
add one action rating to command. Yeah, yeah. That is definitely a good one.
What one do you think there, Gray?
I like silver tongues.
That means we get to add a die, right?
You get to add a dot, yes, to one of those three.
So I have 2 command and 2 consort. Which one should I bring to 3?
You in character creation, I don't think. Oh, actually, does that allow you to go above three?
This one just says up to a max of 3.
Okay, there you go. I just want to make sure. I said, oop, hang on, nope. The rule does say if it allows you to go above.
Are we the type that we're gonna come up to somebody fucking buy our drugs? Damn it!
I don't know. Are you a thug? Or are you yeah? Because you remember, silver tongue can be used in many different ways.
Sway is someone you don't know, and consort is someone you do know, right?
Sir, yes, sir.
Shit, I think I fucked that up.
Yeah, so sway is basically, yeah, obvious, and I think it's. Let's see the description of each one. They kind of describe them.
I think I'm gonna get rid of command and put it into sway, and then put my third dot into sway.
Command consort.
You
When
wanna
you
buy some death
sway,
sticks?
so when you sway, you influence with guile, charm, or argument. And then what was the other one? Consort. Consort is when you consort, you socialize with friends and contacts. You might lie convincingly. You might persuade someone to do what you want. So you could technically sway a consort. Uh, you might argue a compelling case that leaves no clear rebuttal. You could try to trick people into affection or obedience, but consorting or commanding might be better. And obviously, command is to compel swift obedience, intimidation, threats,
I think I'll go
stuff
with
like
3
that.
and sway. Yeah.
Damn. And you're a spider. Yeah, that makes sense for you. So we're going to buy some drugs. We're here in. All right, so let's make sure we got that. Where's that? Too far. Choose an ability. We already did that. Assign crew upgrades. An upgrade is a valuable asset that helps crew in some ways, like a boat or gang. Each crew type has two pre-selected upgrades. Uh, Props training and gangs. Okay, yeah. Get two additional upgrades. You'd add two additional upgrades to your new crew. So you have a total of four. So you should have, oh, so your upgrade should be training, resolve, and layer secure, which we'll figure out your layer at, maybe at a later time. It probably won't come up today. Maybe if it does, we'll talk about it later.
Training, resolve, and what?
Training, resolve, and layer secure.
A layer secure 1 and training resolve checked.
Right. There's a bunch more, obviously. Vaults, all the different trainings, quarters, quality weapons, quality tools, quality subterfuge supplies, quality gear, quality documents. So that means basically the quality of those items have gone up. You have hidden layers, hawkers, they have composed. Each PC gets one stress box. You have to. That takes three. Never mind, you can't get that one yet. Elite rooks, which are obviously cohorts. Do elite thugs. Hawkers rigging. One carried item is concealed and has no load. For example, you could carry a load of drugs or a weapon perfectly concealed for zero load. Or iron hook contacts. Your tier is effectively +1 higher in prison. This counts for any tier-related elements in prison, including the incarceration role. Hmm.
You said we get 2?
Yes.
Do you want to go so we can carry, something hidden?
Rigging, yeah, sounds good.
If we pick quality of gear, does that mean our drugs are better?
No, quality gear is no, actually I think you that's a special ability for you guys is I think that's one of your it's a crew
Says
ability for you.
at the end it says covers burglary gear and climbing gear.
Let's see, for you the good stuff. is a special ability um, that you could get. The good stuff. Your merchandise is exquisite. The product quality is equal to your tier plus two. When you deal with a crew or faction, the GM will tell you who among them is hooked on your product. One, a few, many, or all.
I don't see that option.
It's like I said, that was a crew ability. That was one of the so you took Silver Tongue under
Oh,
abilities.
oh,
So
that's an ability,
basically,
not an
like I said,
upgrade. I got you, got
yeah,
you.
that's what I was trying to let you know. So that's the difference. So that's why you don't see an upgrade that kind of really upgrades the stuff you're trying to sell. So yeah, so all the yeah, you can actually kind of there's anything that actually says gear on it. I think it's actually kind of specific in your like in the loadouts and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, burglary gear, something. It's yeah. So and so whatever quality you choose, any weapons you have, obviously like knives, whatnot, would be a better quality. And like I said, yeah, there's things called tools. There's things, yeah. So like demolition tools, tinkering tools.
Do you see another one that you particularly like?
Uh, Nothing's really screaming out to me.
So yeah, for you maybe one of the rooks or thugs. No, but you don't even. I guess that only makes them elite if you have them. It doesn't actually give you all of your cohorts with the rook type get +1 quality. Huh, never mind. That wouldn't make sense. But something like maybe I don't know. That's actually good. There's not really much jumping out me. Not for this kind of. Not the way I think you guys will handle the score.
The composed, gives us +1 stress box. That's always good, right?
Y- Yeah, but you need to fill up all three of those to get composed.
Oh, it's you don't get three different stress. I was thinking this is awesome.
No. Yeah, usually if there's like three connected boxes like that, that represents that's what it takes. Like master, it takes four to get, so. But yeah, the only thing, like I said, if you were gonna take something, maybe one of the trainings, um, hidden layer. There's not much like I guess that will really change how this first score really goes, and or quality, maybe gear or tools for you guys because you got a fucking a lurk. So I don't know if would one of those would be better for him or you guys. Maybe some uh, the spider, your subterfuge supplies.
So the lurk would be quality gear one.
I don't know. It's been a minute since I've actually looked at what a lurk actually uses most of the time. What is on your
Well, I have access to fine lockpicks, fine shadow cloak, light climbing gear, dark sight goggles.
You
tool?
already have access to that.
Here he does, but it's like so. But with if he had fine lockpicks, and if you were to make like do tools like that, his fine lockpicks would be even freaking better. With gear, like like I said, it all depends on what you are, you know. And like I said, you don't even have to push it. We can just skip to the next part and just do functioning device. So, sure,
Sh- Should we go quality gear?
That's fine.
crew upgrades. Choose a contact. We'll do that later. I don't worry about that right now. And we'll get that later if we play anymore. All right. Choose special ability. Assign the crew upgrades. One faction. When you assign two upgrades, the GM will tell you about two factions that were impacted by your choices. I'll do that. Thank you, though. You just set it right on top of there. Two factions impacted. Two screwed over. Yeah. All right. Choose a favorite contact. Like I said, well, that comes up in the fiction. You guys can make him up while we're there. Great, we do all that. Okay, establish a hunting. Oh, we gotta establish our hunting grounds, and we chose your reputation. All right, it's hunting grounds for hawkers. For hawkers, you actually have sales territories. Transaction with a special buyer of illicit products. Transactions to acquire new products or establish. So, what is your favored sales territory? Or yeah, that's weird because it's sell, supply, show of force, or socialize is the four that are available. Hunting grounds. What is hunting grounds? Oh, they have a bunch of weird ones here. So, hawkers, sell, supply, show of force, or socialize. Show of force. Make an example of an enemy to dominate a territory. That doesn't sound like you guys. You guys don't sound like cells either. What's smash and grab? Fast and violent armed robbery. We don't want that one. Socialize. Improve customer relations and or supply relations with a social event. Seems like that's the kind of thing you guys would be doing. Transactions, acquire a new product, or establish a new supplier. I don't know. It seems like socialize or supply would be your guys's reading through your sales territory or hunting ground of choice. Would probably be, especially with the abilities you guys chose.
I like supply. Supply and demand.
Supply transaction to acquire a new product or establish a new supplier. All right, that makes sense. I said supply. Okay, it's on there. Ambitious supply. All right, all right. Way too many windows open right there. I don't know what your guys. I said I just put that name up there. You guys can change it whatever you want. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right, I think that's. And then the score. Nah. See what Okay. So I think we're probably ready to roll, unless you have anything else for the crew to do.
Uh, hey, Gray, for the name, you like rack 'em up?
Sure.
All right, make sure we have this right. Nope. Trauma, harm. Nope. Not worried about that. Nope. All right. Um, Rack them up. Nice. Um, you start. Oh, see, that's funny. That's sort of been the first thing it tells you. You started. Can't remember. You start weak or strong. Crew creation. Mm. Crew starting. Strong for now. Zero two stronghold, zero rep. Okay. Yep. All right. Stronghold tier. Yep. Boop boop boop. Yep. 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 All right. I don't have any fancy pictures or anything, but uh, Dustfall has changed. One thing you guys know uh, that's kind of very noticeable are these strange balls of like it's like electroplasm, but you know they record like video and audio, and there's been more and more coming up around Dustfall. Uh, there is an airship that's been known to kind of basically like travel above uh, the city, known as the Covenant. It's a massive Imperial airship. Basically, kind of, it's just there now. Um, it just, yeah. Um, there's motorcycles and steam cars um, in the city. There's a new type of pistol that's available as a standard item. Actually, there's a couple new standard items: arc lighters, glimmers, percussion slug gun, which is kind of like basically to knock someone down. It's more like non-lethal kind of. There's cameras, which is kind of crazy. One load for a camera. So, um, but you guys, having probably reached the end of your rope, as you guys have been doing these hard hitting. How did I title it before? Oh yeah, the quick high, say goodbye kind of thing. things that ruin your life, kind of drugs, which you can get available. But you don't get, repeat customers kind of start running out when they, run out of the coin to hand over, or so you guys made a deal with a man who's uh, you know, arrested you in the past and whatnot. Uh, this is probably like a 6 coin uh, payday for you guys. Uh, Payoff, not payout. Yeah, so you're probably 6 coin, maybe a little bit more if you're lucky. But it's definitely uh, gonna start off. You guys are gonna pull 6 coin. Like I said, it's probably something you haven't seen in a long time. Bad thing about it is that horrible place in the city, uh, the black and blue apartments here off Bridge Road and Rye. You guys know it well. It looks like I said, the apartments buildings look better than they have in ages. Um, what floor does Mr. Bolton live on? Make sure I got this all correct. Meaning Mr. Bolton. Um, he says that he's kind of in control. He told you that he was basically their like supply sergeant. He, kind of from what he said, I run the room where they keep the stuff. Stuff disappears all the time. So he's willing to sell you guys some of your quick high say goodbye stuff. Uh, but you guys, you're walking into the fucking the fuck, what do they call it? The lion's den. This is a fucking, this place like houses, the cops that are now patrolling the streets of Crowsfoot. But he's on the fourth floor. You guys have probably already scanned the building. Um, there's two emergency exits. Um, both are locked and actually operate the way like they kind of supposed to. Like you can come out but not in. Um, those are one's on the north side of the building. The other is on the southeast. Um, there is a front and back door. Uh, Front door is basically what you're guessing is an off-duty freaking one of the black and blue officers, and just at the front door is what it looks like. There's always at least one there. The back door is just secured. It's just locked all the time unless somebody's actually like using it to move stuff in and out. Um, Obviously, because it kind of butts up against other buildings. It's a not much traffic back there. Mostly it's like alleyway. But there's definitely fire escapes, windows, and all that. It's a very nice apartment building. Well, like I said, everything seems, but like this place seems a little bit more secure than usual. And just scouting the other day, you were probably approached, or you had somebody coming in your direction. You're like, oh shit, and you realize this building's watched a little bit, more than other places. But how you guys plan on getting into the building just to get to the fourth floor. He says he can't let you in or can't be associated with you. He needs you. You know, he's like, yeah, you guys got to get in here by yourselves. I can't be like letting you in and having connections, all that. So I'll
And
meet
he's
you up
on the
here,
fourth floor.
fourth floor,
How many floors are there?
6.
What about neighboring buildings?
Um, they're probably about the same height. The big square one. If you kind of zoom in, you'll see the one that like right next to it. Here, let's see.
Foghorn
Yeah,
Leghorn.
right there, kind of right here. This building here is probably a 4-story warehouse kind of type building. Uh,
Oh,
Seems like it's in good repair. Like it's not this entire building. It's like yeah, just that square red thing is the
and
black
these
and
are
blue.
like alleyways.
Yeah, I would say those are alleyways to these buildings. In this concept, yeah, I'd say these are all little alleyways, and that's what I was saying. And so this the main street, right, and bridge. Obviously, there's like a back alley to this apartment. Um, but the buildings are the next to it are somewhat close. The gap for you, you're like, yeah, I can do that. Um, Grim, what's your character's? Did you, did you come up with a name yet?
Jack Stone or Zim.
Or Zim. So Zim and Shank. Shank probably knows he could definitely cross that distance. I don't know, Zim. Looks like a pretty. Are you athletic?
Is that a finesse thing? If that's a finesse thing, then no.
It could be. Oh, it could be. It could be.
I got one in prowl.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, prowl. It says you might run and leap across rooftops.
Oh, yeah, sure. I got one in those.
Remember, you don't have to have dots on anything to do something. Roll 2 dice, take the lowest, man.
They don't have like DoorDash here, do they?
Not yet, but they probably have people delivering food. Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably not no dedicated service.
Shit Barn Lane? I
I
just
didn't na-
noticed that.
I didn't name it. I really was. This was all named and yeah. This is yeah.
Hey, that was named after you.
Great.
Gray Street. So the distance is roughly 6 feet. Are you talking more?
Um, I would say it's enough to require a roll.
So what are you thinking? We're gonna wire it across from building to building, or
Are you confident in your ability to talk us through the front door?
I mean, if he's on the fourth floor, that's a lot of people we got to talk to on the way up. That's the only problem. I mean, I'm confident get in the front door, but I ain't know what's gonna happen once we get in the front door.
I have light climbing gear as one of my options. Uh, if I were to make the jump and tie a line for him, would it make it easier for him to get across?
Yes, it would.
game to try that.
Oh, and I'm using discrete loadout. We didn't say.
Yeah, I just realized that too because I kind of jumped into it. I was guessing both of you are probably going to use a discrete loadout.
Yeah, that's the 4, right?
Yeah, it's 4, and you're not carrying anything heavy, bulky.
So we have 4, and one of the hidden ones is one of those because we have a
No,
hidden.
that hidden doesn't count. That's extra, so that's technically because it says it takes no load. I believe. One carried item is concealed and has no load. For example, you carry, yeah, so no. Well, hang on, yeah, yeah.
Can that include carrying a load in to give to the guy, and then we take in exchange and then take a load out? Or you can only use it once?
Well, whatever it is, like I said, whatever you have, whatever it would be. Yeah, no, it's yeah. So whatever you use your load for, you use it. So you don't have to tell me
I,
right now what it is. You can
it
tell
says
me
it's
later.
concealed, so I assume it's something that we would have been able to prepare beforehand. Like we can't just pick up something off the street and say, okay, this is my hidden thing now.
I would say you can.
Oh, right.
Because we're going to be
If
going to
you,
get the good stuff from him.
yeah, if you grab a knife, like say you're like walking down the road and you're like, oh shit, hey, I have. Say you say I have X or Y as my hidden. I want to take this knife and now replace it with that. Hell yeah, why the fuck not? You know how to like when the cops come around the corner, you guys are selling drugs. You know how to stash a fucking some drugs on you.
Okay.
I think I'll leave mine open for the drugs because
And like I said, so you don't have to tell me what it is. I don't. You don't have to tell me what you're carrying that's concealed right now. I don't care what it is because you're not using it. It hasn't come up or anything. Once it does, then we'll know what it is. That's the best thing about this game. You really don't have to go, oh man, I forgot my. Nope. You said, hey, I brought my, like you just said, he brought his climbing gear. Mark it on your sheet, and So, are you going to launch from the building next door?
Yeah, you said it's 4 stories, so it should put us about even to the fourth floor. Oh, can we what would it be, survey the building to see if we can find an empty room to jump to?
Yeah, like I said, you guys did do a. I said you guys kind of like walked through the other day, so I would say, yeah, you can do a survey or something. We'll call it a flashback, like you guys are walking through and trying to see what you could figure out about. Um, I think I don't know that I've even made a roll on this yet. I don't know how it works.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Is this an action or a threat?
well, it should be a threat, and your threat for the well, actually, this it doesn't matter. You just do an action roll, I guess it makes sense. And whatever action, because there's no real threat. I'm just kind of threats will come later.
Position is controlled, I guess.
It'll everything should be risky standard.
Okay.
Oh, 2, 3. You from what you guys were when you guys were checking everything out, it seemed that all you couldn't find any particular space that was unoccupied.
Mm. Uh, all right, well, I guess I'll attempt to make the jump. Or can we even get into this warehouse building?
No, you guys can get on. I think the building next door is easy to get onto. Obviously there's a little bit more patrol going on, but so you guys did your background. Um, but your threat roll for this one, first of all, is I'm going to give you actually. So basically, is you just make a bad jump, um, and I'm not going to make you fall, but you're gonna smash to the outside of the railing harder than you want, and it'll basically be level one harm, like battered. But I'm also going to give you another threat, which will give you plus one dice. And that other threat is going to be detected. Basically, as you're leaping across, someone will see you. Like I said, this place is a little bit more observed than other places, so you will be noticed. Uh, and so to get a bonus die, you can make a suggestion additional threat, which I already did, so you get another dice. It's similar to how the devil bargain worked. Um, always, so your position in effect, unless anything happens, is always assumed to be risky standard. Um, Boom, boom, boom. Put yourself together. Yeah. So, and when you do make your roll, you have to apply a dice to each of the threats that I have presented to you. So one is basically level one harm. The other one is you get detected or someone sees you leaping across the gap.
Okay.
Can I assist in this? Or...
You you could have with your forethought. You can roll one more dice if you want. I think there's a simple way.
Yeah.
All right,
It says I
David.
can push myself to reduce consequences.
Yep, and we'll figure out what those consequences are, and then we'll figure out how you're going to reduce them first because you have a complete success. So you either don't get hurt or don't get seen,
Don't get
and then
seen.
we'll figure out you're reducing your consequences after that.
I want to avoid detection. Success.
Right. Apply the success to that. So bam, you come across and you slam into the thing. But basically, so um, pushing yourself or reducing consequences. When a consequence is numerical cost, like gaining heat, taking a clock, reducing consequences, simply means lowering the cost. Okay, don't worry about that. When you suffer consequences, you can push yourself to avoid the consequences to do. When you push yourself, make a roll for the attribute. So that would be a not prowess. Is it prowess?
Yeah.
I always forget the three ones. But yeah, the physical. So roll a basically a yeah, prowess roll. Um, and we will decide see how much stress you get. Prowess. You did it tells you how much stress you get. Which is nice, yeah. Yeah, no matter what, unless you roll a crit, you get stress. That's how they kind of do the game now. Oh, interesting. But yeah, you kind of you hit wrong, but you take it in stride. Landing a lot quieter than you should. Um, somebody kind of looks up, kind of shakes their head and keeps walking, pulling their coat down tight behind them, in the darkness below. As you see them walking through the lights here and again. Uh, this building is definitely more lit than the warehouse was. So you're a little exposed as you are tying the rope off. His name's God, Zim Zaz Zaz. What was your
Yeah,
name
sure.
again?
It all works. I'll answer all of them.
Zim. Uh, what are you doing?
Apparently, I'm gonna try and shimmy my way across this dang rope.
Getting across is gonna be easy for you, but some might see you. You're gonna be going a little slower than your friend over there. So, how are you going to? Oh, yeah, I think your threat is getting detected also. Someone will see you and alert somebody. How are you going to cross the gap? What technique are you going to use when said person is walking on the road and you're halfway across and you're kind of just dangling 4 stories up?
Oh, you can't see me?
Um,
And like there's not enough time, with how they walk down the street, no matter what you would try to like avoid you know, these places, even these alleys, there's always kind of like and like I said, just like a patrol every so often that it just obviously, like I said, with the building being who it is.
I guess would a surveying as they're going by to
So
notice
I
when
like
he's not looking up?
I like a good survey, like basically you are using your observing technique to ensure that you're not seen as you head across.
Yes. So I click survey,
I believe so. Like I said, I was actually in the middle of trying to remake my character again.
and you said it was risky.
It's always risky standard, yeah, unless I tell you otherwise. Because desperate gets really, and you can change. You should be able to change position for effect like usual. But when shit gets desperate, like things get crazy because I think only a 6 like passes on a desperate roll.
Um, so the modifier is nothing. Threat is has it clicked, and then number of dice it says one, and I just hit roll.
Yeah. And what did we roll?
I rolled a 6.
Nice. Um, and with your movement, your shadow matching his shadow, as he goes, you guys smoothly make it across. Fucking,
I am Batman.
I imagine. I just keep it up on the fucking screen, dude. Shank, I'd imagine him like as you get across, he's kind of sitting there. He kind of grabs his rope and kind of flicks it a little bit, and you just watch the end fall, the other end, and as it's falling, he's just kind of sitting there, and it never kind of gets close to anything by the time he's got it wrapped up and put away, unless you're going to leave it out here.
No, I'll recoil.
I didn't think so. I didn't think you were just going to go. We're just going to leave this out here. What? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Um,
It's
but you are
it's
now
holding the
sitting.
building up. It's
So you're now
structural.
on like a fire escape, one of 3 on the back here. Um, you pretty sure most of these like you believe that all the building or the windows that you can get into right now probably lead into a room that's occupied.
Are we on the fourth floor?
You are on the fourth floor.
We don't know which room Jerky he's on though, do we?
You do know his room does face the front of the building, and you guys are on the back. He's in room like 431.
Is there a window that leads to the hallway, or are these all bedrooms?
From what you understand, they all lead into basically like a either a living room. The one you're at, I would say, all lead into like a small like kitchenette area. These places aren't super. They're still in Crowsfoot, so they're not huge fucking places. Like the kitchen and dining room are probably fucking in the same room, and there's probably not enough room for those people to be in there. Um, but it is later at night, uh, and you're pretty sure maybe some of these people are sleeping. You do know a majority of the people who do live here were like I would say like 80-20 like bachelors. So most of the people who are living here were unmarried, with so no children and shit like that.
Shall we just sneak through?
I guess so. Go in someplace.
Yeah, you are on a fire escape, and you do have, you can go up, down, if you want to different floors.
Or we could just go up and over. Oh, there's probably no fire escape on the front building, huh?
No.
And
Those
the front's going to be
were
too exposed to just climb down.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, but there might be a rooftop entrance. Then we could just take the stairs down
If you think that would be easier.
rather than sneaking through an occupied apartment. Yeah.
All right, up, up. We go up
as
to
you
go down.
as you come up to the roof and see the classic uh, several chimneys, uh, this, little smoke and fires here and again, and there on the roof is that classic little hut, kind of sticks out. Um, Fine looking door. The thing looks obviously redone, and you're pretty sure as you come up to this door, you're like, oh yeah, as you're looking at it, it's definitely alarmed. And you're uh, you'll be in a control or no risky standard position, and your threat. I will let you know as you come to this door and try to. It is not unlocked. It is secured. Um, as you try to get in, uh, you will be setting off an alarm, and pretty much somebody will be. You're going to basically reduce the amount of time you have to get to your desired location. Um, uh, you hear the sound of thunder in the distance as some storm clouds are rolling in, darkening the night, making your objective maybe a little bit easier. Nobody can see as much now, uh, but you do feel that temperature kind of start dropping as the clouds come in. Uh, Fingers a little icy. Um, a nice door. It's a really nice door. Frank's locks you see on the thing. You're like, oh, Frank's locks.
So if we open the door, the alarm will go off. There's no way to disable the alarm first.
No, that your threat is yeah. If you no, you can disable alarm. You know you can.
This is
Okay.
part of
But
the
you do,
role.
yeah, yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is, so this is how this works. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you guys don't like, if you guys were just to like pick the lock and kind of go, like you would, you would set off an alarm, and
So,
someone would come.
oh man, I forgot, man. I got these blueprints of Frank's doors, and I hand them to my buddy, and I'm gonna mark off one load of my blueprints. Is that how that works? Or do I gotta
Works
roll
for me.
something?
So no, hell no. So you basically are trying to give him a. I'll get. I'll let that be a dice for him. No, actually, what I'll do is I'll make it a. Let's see what is changing position. Do I forget what control does? Do. If your scoundrel's ever in a position where there's no impeding danger, don't call for no. No, no, there is impeding danger. Still, so okay. But no, I will give you a plus one die. Your roll, whoever rolls with that
The hell do I mark
use
off on
of
that?
an should just be you can't just mark blueprints.
I don't have blueprints on my sheet.
Oh, I thought you said you
I
had
do
blueprints. Yeah, you do.
in.
You do. Right there on
You
the
have
left. It's
documents.
right under notes, items. First thing on the list is blueprints. Right across from armor.
Oh shit, it's on that side. I'm looking at the other side.
I know. I'm like, I don't see how you missed that. It's
That's
just,
in the gray area. I'm not looking in the gray
uh,
area.
yeah, that's your. So the gray area is your like
My
special
specialty.
items.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. I'm also going to use a load to have my fine lockpicks, which also gets upgraded by the gear, I believe,
Oh, sweet.
quality gear.
No, I think lockpicks are tools, actually.
It says it
Claiming gear.
covers burglary gear. I
Oh, does
assume
it?
that was lockpick.
Oh, burglary gear is actually burglary gear. That's a whole other thing that actually contains lockpicks, but your lockpicks are better than what's in burglary gear already. So that would kind of be like, uh, yeah. So even if you use burglary gear, you'd still be fine lockpicks like you already have.
Okay. Uh,
But with this one, well, actually, with this, you guys going to be using that kind of anyway with your lockpicks. Yeah, your fine lockpicks are going to give you another fucking dice anyway. So actually, no, it'll be uh, risky standard. So no, so it's risky standard now. So it'll be risky great with your fine tools. Never mind.
okay.
And then you get an extra
Uh,
dice from Grim or risky, whatever the higher, whatever the what do they call it now? Is it? It's so long. Told you. What you rolling? Anything fun?
uh,
Desperate. You mean?
No, you don't want to roll desperate. No, I'm trying to like no. When you get a better roll, it's in my head. That's like I forgot what they call it. Teamwork.
this is a tinker roll, right?
You want to do Tinker? That works for me. No, you got. I don't decide that. That's actually in this game. That is actually your call. Interestingly enough,
So I could use finesse.
you could.
Okay.
Yes, and it makes sense that you could use finesse, tinker, finesse. Um, there is probably situations
I would like to
anytime
sway
it's
the door to open.
yeah, obviously like I said, obviously there are certain if you can tell me how you sway a door to open, I would accept it. Like I said, finesse makes sense because you're going to be, you know, trying to cut wires and do this and that. You know, it's a fine. I would say tinker, but again, like I said, I'm not the arbitrator at the end. You are.
Okay. So I get one die from Grim,
Hmm.
and the lockpicks increase the effect. Great.
Yeah, to basically whatever. Yeah, whatever. I think is it, if that's what it is when you roll. I don't actually. That's a good one. I haven't even rolled yet. Still haven't added my bass cutter. No, air mesh. Yeah, risky. Yeah, great. Oh, cool. And what? I'm sorry. And yeah. Oh, nothing like a good six. Um, and as you open that door, even though the alarm doesn't go off, you realize that you're still on a time limit. Someone, this is going to be detected sooner or later. Um, Obviously, not within minutes or anything like that. Uh, but you do that classic. You hear the click, and you kind of look, and I don't know what you look like when you open up a door, and you're not 100% sure if an alarm's about to go off. What do you look like, Zim, as he's about to open this door, and you're not sure? You're just basically watching. You know there's an alarm. You know this is gonna go. What are you doing as he's picking this lock?
He's not at his desk right now. He can't speak.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah, you don't have him on video. But yeah, you definitely make it in. Opens up to a set of stairs like you thought.
A
Um,
little pucker power.
just a little pocket power.
All right, we're in.
All right, let's go.
Room 431. So we go 2 stories down.
Two stores down, you come to the door. It's an emergency exit, but it doesn't have like it's not one of those ones where if you open it, it's gonna bang anything. It's just it's locked basically from. No, actually, this one would be able to open from both sides. You want to get the fuck out. It's the bottom one that you can't get back in. Yeah, so this is just like a normal door. Come out in the hallway, well lit. No fucking trash. This is like it doesn't smell like urine, which is fucking weird for a hallway in an apartment building in Crow's Foot. Um, like I said, it's well lit. You hear the sounds of probably people. Um, Definitely hear you know, some poker going on, a little bit of betting in the room next to the stairs. Uh, Gentleman's walking down the hallway away from you. It looks like he might be a little late for his shift as he's got one boot tied, the other one pant leg is all stuck in the boot. And you can tell he's buttoning up that strange looking blue coat. So basically they're blue coats, but they wear like military armor over it, so that's where they get the black and blue from. All that armor's all black. So you can see him trying to fucking, get his pistol and shit, just running down the hallway, away from you guys, towards the stairs that head towards the front door. Um, but other than that, this place seems quiet. Um, Judging by your survey, when you come out this door, you're pretty sure you have to go left. The number ones will be on the right. I mean, your odd numbers will be on the right, as you, and obviously, I think you actually would, when you come down, you would actually probably have to head another hallway like towards the west. There's probably like three hallways that go down, or like there's two main hallways that run down. So there's technically uh, like four apartments like across. So you have to head towards the front, down a hallway, and then down. to the you would be heading south.
Gotcha. And that's kind of the opposite way that guy's going, right?
Yeah, you're kind of heading it like in his direction, but he's heading a little faster than you. Like this is the this will head to like the emergency one of the emergency exits where you just came out of. It's not something like you would use to just leave the door. There's two other stairs that are like a third of the way both directions. Those two stairs, in the front they kind of head down, all the different floors, and then kind of converge in the lobby and head out the front doors. Um, the carpet in here is somewhat nauseating. It's got like a weird paisley pattern, that's trying to do a little fractal. Seems kind of odd. Uh, More than a few spots here on the rugs that seem like they maybe should been clean. Maybe it could be blood. Did that change? It's very questionable. But like I said, it's probably one of the cleanest apartment buildings you've ever seen. Um, you hear as you come up to room 431. Um, uh, the room right across the way, 432 there, that door kind of pops open, and a guy kind of gets shoved out the door. You hear kind of laughing. Another guy, they're like, "Man, you gotta get the fuck out of here, man. I need to get to bed." Um, uh, and you guys see a street cop, that you guys 100% recognize. Uh, and you're pretty sure he's about to ask you what the hell you're doing in here. So your threat is basically being questioned by a cop. What the fuck are you
But
doing in
we
this cop's
know
building?
who this guy is.
Oh yeah, as you're kind of coming up, he's kind of coming out, and you see him, and you both both have like I said, you guys are underworlds. So I think you have a little reputation with police, and not like I said, not saying you've ever been arrested. You just have, people kind of know you. You might have dealings with cops, and the bad cops and shit like that. Um, but even bad cops look out for other cops. So, like I said, so
Does
as
this
he's
guy
being
look
pushed,
like a bad?
you don't know that. That's a good question. Does he look like a bad cop? Uh, oh yeah, that dude's way fucking bad cop. Like this dude's like a dude that takes bribes like fucking like candy from a baby. Pretty sure you
So,
bribed Tony Ramirez before.
oh, he loves his whiskey. I brought a fine bottle of whiskey for this reason, as I am marking it off on my load. And I would like to sway him using my charm and this bottle.
Don't even have to. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do it anyway. No, this way. I was about to say the whiskey's gonna work, but as he comes out, he's turned. He's like, hey, Sam, what are you guys doing here?
Oh,
I
there's
don't
the poker and everything.
know.
I had to get some money. And I figured, you know what? I ought to see my good buddy, and I hand him a bottle.
Ah, go ahead and roll me a sway. Plus one die. No, actually, you're using the whiskey. It wouldn't be plus one. Let's do. I'm gonna make it. Yeah, great. So yeah, fuck it. Let's do risky great. Fine bottle of whiskey. And with a five, so reduce consequences to push yourself to avoid. But I would say with great, he kind of looks at you. He's like, uh huh. Something goes down. I know you're here, but I ain't saying nothing. And he kind of walks away, and you hear him cracking the bottle. You hear the cork come out. It's probably I think this is like cork era still. Fucking drinks it down as he kind of starts heading down the hallway, and you probably realize he was like a little already a little maybe a sheet to the wind. You know, maybe you're about
Oh,
to put him two sheets.
I hope I didn't give him my vial of sleep slumber.
Ooh, did you?
No.
But you still hear that music coming from 431 as you come up. Uh, uh, Place seems normal. You probably see a couple other, probably hear a couple other doors open. You know, people heading in a different direction. Nobody in your area to bother you. Um, you do have the faint whiff of that urine now that you're standing outside of 431. Like, how the fuck is this the only fucking place that smells like piss or something? It's just weird.
This would be our guy, wouldn't it? Give him the knock.
Oh, what's up? Who's there? Who is it?
Zim,
Who the fuck's Sim? You hear kind of you know some of like you see the peephole change, like you know you can kind of tell when someone's looking through the peephole. Oh, hey man, I thought this tomorrow. Aren't you supposed to be here tomorrow?
isn't it tomorrow?
No, you're 100% sure it's today. Are we supposed to do this tomorrow? You know, come on, hey, you know, and he opens the door. He's like, get in here, get in here.
Go in.
Hey, how you guys doing? Uh, Good to see you, Shank. How's everything? Um, no, nobody saw you, right? Nobody knows you're here.
Uh, no one's gonna worry about anything.
What do you mean nobody's gonna worry about it? Who fuck saw you, man? What the fuck? I told you can't. Nobody can see you. Nobody can know you're here. And you come in this place. This place like fucking called bachelor pad. Um, Looks like my side of the bed with clothes all over the fucking place. There's a hamper, but there's fucking nothing in like the actual hamper. Like there's shit on the side of it, hanging on the it just nothing is actually in the fucking actual hamper. It's just near it. Um, and you're pretty sure he's wearing something that was fucking near that fucking hamper, just the way he kind of smells right now. Um, Fucking strangest thing though, there was two fucking uniforms hanging up, like on a rack, pristine, fucking iron. They look gorgeous and everything. And you realize also when he's letting you in that he's fucking wearing, because they have that thick service belt. You know what I'm talking about? That cops wear. Like he's got that on with like basically like a dirty ass long sleeve shirt and what would just probably be like a pair of shorts, kind of more undershorts, but not truly a pair of fucking underwear. And then he's just got his like fucking belt and his pistol on, and he looks like he might been across the street with across the way with Tony for a moment. He might be a sheet to the wind himself. He's like, hey, it's good to see you, man. Who? What do you mean? So someone saw? Who the fuck saw you?
It was just Tony. I had to give him wine, whiskey.
Oh, you know fucking Tony?
Oh yeah.
How the
We're on
fuck
the.
you know Tony?
You're on the fourth floor. How are we supposed to get here and no one in this place see you?
Man, that's you had to figure that shit. Like I said, man, look, man, I got shit going on. I got lot of pieces, man. Okay. So what the fuck? What are we doing? Are we doing this or what?
We're doing this.
Okay. So it's just some weird stuff, man. Okay. Uh, it, it's it kind of like gets you a little angry and happy at the
Perfect.
same time, which is really weird. Uh, and he kind of looks you guys up and down. He's like, "You got any weapons on you, man?" And he kind of just like comes forward to pat you down.
Why would we bring a dang weapon in here?
I don't know, fucking man. I'm checking it. He really just kind of pats
I
you
don't
down.
want to die.
Yeah. What about you, Shank? You got a gun on you?
No, no guns.
Fuck, you got that
I,
rope for? You gonna fucking hang me and shit? Man, let's
How do you
go.
think
Let's
we got
do this.
in?
I don't fucking know. I don't want to. I don't want to know actually. Let's do this. So, um, yeah, man. Ooh,
happy and angry. We can advertise it. Hangry. It sells itself.
hangry. Huh. Hangry. I like a little hangry. I got this. I got yeah. Let's you know, try some of this, and he fucking he sets like a little canister,
I
probably like
will. I
classic
ain't
glass
trying it right
vial,
now.
like classic glass vial on a thing. He goes, you know, one thing we found out about this stuff though is that if you like heat this up, it turns into a gas. Like you can just like gas a whole fucking room for motherfuckers and shit, and really fuck them up.
You know what? That's a good selling point. Not right now, because Hangry ain't gonna get our asses out of here without being caught.
Man, you sure? And
Your rules, man. It's your rules.
you watch him. He pulls out. It's like a beer can, and he grabs something on the side of this beer can looking thing, and he just kind of pulls something. You hear like a little clicking sound. He's like, "You sure, man?" And he sets another canister, a little bit bigger than the other one on the next to that small one. And when he really when he releases it, as he's releasing it, you see a spoon or something on the side, and you see that what he has is a classic design of a smoke grenade. You realize you guys are about to be gassed. So your threat is you're about to be gassed with an unknown substance.
Is there a window?
Yes.
I would like to attempt to kick the canister through the window.
Nice. That's getting crazy. What kind of action you using for that? Little skirmish, wreck.
I'm bad at both of those.
I'm just wondering. I'm just throwing stuff out. You got you. Like I said, it's your call. Obviously, it's not
I
going to
will
be
use my
a
last
sway or
foresight to help
consort.
you, because I don't want to be gassed
Okay.
either.
Well, let's. In your foresight, you need to explain to me how you would have foreseen this situation to give him a one dice.
He calls us up on the fourth fucking floor. He tells us he can't fucking know us coming in here. He's trying to set our asses up. So I knew he was gonna try and
Like
do
that.
something shady.
Like that. I like that. I'll accept that. So there's a. You know, where you get plus one die. Sweet. To whatever dice or whatever roll you plan on making at plus one die. So if you don't have a die, uh,
Comes one.
it's now yeah it becomes one obviously, which is cool. So better roll two, take the lowest.
Since I need to precisely get it through the window to get this gone, can I roll finesse?
Oh yeah, 100%. I like finesse.
Score!
Finesse plus one. Huh. Yeah, I'd say Rishi standard. Uh, I I would say with that one, basically what happens is he sets it down and it still kind of starts puffing, but you kick that through the window. It's a little smash. You obviously realize that's now going to be out in the street, and you guys might need to beat a hasty exit. But you guys are both going to get partially affected. You're going to take level one harm, basically drugged. You get, or what would you call it? Hangry?
Hangry. Level 1 hangry, baby.
Oh, let me
Where do we put harm on
harm.
here?
The two white drops next to the portrait.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, right there. And harm is actually a little bit different. Oh, that's not how you spell harm. Not at all. So harm is a temporary condition of negative effects that go away naturally over time and don't require treatment for recovery. Bloody, confused, distracted, intimidate. Yeah, so you guys do. Invoking harm. Harm levels aren't tied to specific mechanical penalties. Instead, harm may be invoked by the DM to impede the character, creating a problem or limiting for them. When you invoke harm as the GM, choose one. Reduce or induce a bad outcome or new problem. I can reduce an action or attribute rating for a roll, or reduce a character's position or effect. When your character's harm is invoked, mark XP. Feel free to remind the DM of your character's harm when you think it might apply to a situation. Yeah, so if you want some XP, you can get some XP from harm. Just kind of let you know where we're at. Yeah, so you both have, but you both can, push yourself to reduce the consequences. You would roll I think resolve.
I would like to push myself.
Uh, yeah, I'll attempt to solve roll.
Do the roll, resolve, and basically it should yeah, tell you how much stress. I think 1 through 3 is 3, 4, 5 is 2, 6 is 1, crit is none.
I have 3 stress.
You nice. I like 3 stress. 3 stress is good. Makes you feel stressed.
I'm fucking hangry now.
Yeah, and the way they do going over on stress is kind of cool too. Like you don't automatically just like walk away from the fucking like yeah, you get to decide this, and I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. All right. So anybody who pushed themselves, take some stress. You basically, having been exposed to drugs recently. Probably I don't know if you take them yourselves or not. Um, but basically you take no effect. You'll reduce your harm to 0. Um, as he's kind of like, man, what the, we're gonna party, man. Why would you do that? That was some good drugs, man. That was some good drugs. And you see him kind of like looking for another one he doesn't have. He's like, fuck, man. Man, he's all fucking kind of weirding out now a little bit. Man, I guess
Dude,
let's,
we told you we didn't want to get hangry in here. We
oh,
thought you were trying to gas us.
man, hangry, man. Why are you? You guys want to drink? Obviously, we're not doing that now. Oh
You
shit.
said heat it up turns it into a gas, not
Yeah.
fucking grenade it into a gas.
Gosh, that's how these things work, man. They heat up the things inside, man. Why do you think I had the idea,
Do do
man?
you do I don't have a
Ooh,
gun. Do you think I know how a fucking smoke grenade works other than smoke bad?
mm, makes sense. Guess he's kind of looking out the
Let's just
window.
do the thing because we got to get out of here because you said you don't want fucking no knowledge of this shit. So give us the stuff so we can get out of here and we can give you a cut.
okay. Look, there's a problem, man. It's still in holding. We gotta go down to the police station.
You mean we kicked the product, the only product you had in here, out damn window?
Yeah, yeah, I guess. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Just fucking with you. Yeah, yeah, I got you, man. Look at you.
You
You're
did.
all angry and
You
fucking you all
did.
angry. You're all
Fucking
angry. I'm
hangry.
angry.
I told you,
I'm
man. I
fucking
can't.
angry
You can't
too.
fucking get me
I'm
hangry in here, man. Man, you can't
I'm
get me
angry.
hangry in here.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you know what? Okay, you know what?
Shank
For
is
what you
sliding
fucking,
his dagger back into his sleeve.
he looks at you and he's like, for that shit, I'm gonna have to. I gotta increase the price by half, man. So, I think
For
I
what
need
shit?
more.
For you? For you trying to gas us?
No, yeah, for you kicking my drugs out the fucking window, man. It's fucked up.
Dude, you
I was gonna be
didn't tell
high,
us.
all happy and shit.
You
I don't
didn't
have to
tell
tell
us
you
it was
shit,
the
man.
drugs.
Look, man. Look, I ain't gotta.
You asked us if we wanted to try some. We said no.
All right, man. Come on, listen. Sit down, have a drink with me. Let's do this. You sure you know what? We can hang out.
We can't hang out. Your rules. No one knows we're here.
Okay, you're
You
right,
have
you're
to
right, you're
go.
right, you're right. Okay,
You're the
okay,
one that
man.
made up the
Fuck.
damn rules.
No, I got you. I got you. You ain't gotta come at me like this. Shit. Okay, here you go. And he fucking he like heads like across the room. It's like, like this place is fucking not big enough for most people. Uh, Goes into like an armoire looking thing, kind of drawers and shit, and he's kind of in there, and he pulls out something akin to like those fucking crates you see like everybody carrying around, no, like those plastic kind of tub kind of things. Two of those. Um, Basically represents like two load each. So it's like 4 load worth of narcotics.
So I put one in my hidden load, and then what do I click off?
Yeah, whatever. I don't think it matters.
This is my lantern.
Just make it, yeah. I'll have to,
My
if I
lantern is my second
again,
stash of drugs.
it should just have like load like as a fucking something, so you just click it. Like just load
Other.
because I'm taking other or something like that. I'll have to see if I can create a drug section or something. So how are you guys? Uh, as you basically get your part, hand over some coin in payment, which we will come up with in the payout section of this. But yeah, you guys kind of sitting there with newly acquired drugs, and Sergeant Bolton is kind of looking out the window, just like, man, yeah, I think somebody noticed, man. I don't know if they know it's my room or not, but you guys might want to get the fuck out of here.
All right, man. Take it easy.
See you next week.
Yeah,
We'll have to meet somewhere else.
works for me.
Okay.
Meeting somewhere else was an option.
Not today, man. Not today. Look, man, you don't want to know who the fuck I had to get this from. I don't even know how he got it here, but the dude was, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Well,
We'll catch you on the flip side. See ya. Peace. We're out.
yeah. Hey, if you can get that can, shit, man, it's done anyway. Never mind. How you guys getting out of here?
The same way the grenade. No.
Oh,
The grenade went out his window. His apartment was on the front of the building, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir, it
yeah.
was. Nice, some good defenestration right there.
So we could probably get down the back of the building if we could make it to one of the fires.
Hmm.
Do a timed drop when they go around to see if we can make it. Are we gonna like shimmy down the fucking rope, like zoom down, or are we gonna fucking hoof it down the fire escape? What are you thinking?
Or we could hoof it down to the lowest level of the fire escape and then climb down without having to lower the ladder that we wouldn't be able to put back up.
Or do you think it would just be easier just to fucking jump from here to the empty fucking place?
Back across to
Yeah.
the warehouse.
Yeah. Uh, you don't have that same running distance from like a roof to a fire escape that you
How?
do from the fire escape
But
back the other
but
way.
but we could go to the roof here and jump to their
And
roof.
down two
Pulling 2 stories.
stories. This is a six-story roof, so you're going to be jumping and not only going across, but you're falling another
That will give
what,
us the momentum to make it there.
the 15 feet. Oh, you're definitely going to make it. You're 100% going to make it. It's what happens when you land. That's the issue. So I'm pretty sure that's got to be level 2 harm. I say it would be a desperate roll too.
All right, I don't want to do that then.
Yeah.
We'll just go down the fire escape till we can get to use the rope and then drop down.
All right. Um, back up to the roof with your disarming still active.
Do
Walk
you
back out through that.
do you want to rearm that when we get through?
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, because we're out anyways. Okay, let's go go
You're
go
like, I
go.
don't fuck with that. Um, like I said, you guys had it's like you're fucking you're doing something easy. And when you get down to the bottom, you realize that, and you probably know this. It's the way the last set of stairs work is it's set up in like when you get on the stairs, they'll go down. You climb down them, and like they uh, come back up using a set of springs and pneumatic, like little pneumatic shocks, so you don't have to worry about your rope. Um, the fucked up thing about it though is as you kind of get to that bottom and you guys are and it's coming back up, you guys each carrying one of those little fucking tubs. Uh, you realize that there's fucking cop just fucking just like a couple steps away, just standing there. He was just in the shadow, just kind of hanging out. It almost seemed like he was half asleep, and he steps out and just he kind of staggers a little bit. Um, and he looks at you and he kind of laughs. He's like, and you and you see that he's holding something in his hand that still kind of
It's old
seems
whiskey.
to have a no. He seems to have a little vapor coming off of this little canister in his hand. He's like, where the fuck are you coming from? And he's reaching for his gun and he starts drawing his weapon. Um, Zim, you realize this man's about to do level 3 harm to you. Seems a little fucked up, little hangry maybe?
Yeah. So I would like to use my. I mean, I don't have any fucking guile or charm, but I want to try and. Um, I want to pull an Aries on him, but I don't know how to Aries.
Aries.
Yeah. Like when he tells you
Yeah,
something and he fucking twists his words around
all the time.
so
That
that they
little
come out the
asshole.
wrong way.
100%.
So I want to Aries this guy into confusement so that he puts his gun away and he takes another sniff out of the grenade
Whoa.
because it's
Okay,
it's
so this.
hangry. Get him
Okay, no,
another puff.
Oh. Yeah, if we're going in that direction, that's definitely going to be. I think that's got to be a desperate roll.
Oh yeah, it's definitely desperate.
But you get to mark
I'm,
an XP.
oh, I can mark an XP.
Yeah, when you make a desperate roll, you always mark an XP.
And what's that? One of the white things of the resolve?
Yeah, anywhere over there. I think it's anywhere if you do that. Um, but we'll have to look into that. I think, yeah, the way the XP is done a little differently, but we're not going to worry about that right now. As long as we have things marked, we know. But let me read to you how a desperate action works, because it is a little different, Mr. Grinch. Okay, not gaining edge, reducing consequences, desperate actions. Here we go. Desperate position if your scoundrel is outnumbered, outclassed, or badly impaired, perhaps due to harm, they need to make a desperate roll to avoid the threat. A desperate roll is an all for nothing. A 6 is a success, but a 5 or less is a threat result. You suffer the consequences. When you make a desperate roll, mark XP. Yeah, so you realize this guy has probably gone past his happy to his anger. Uh,
He needs to take another sniff of this to put him back in the happy spot.
gotcha. You're gonna do an heiress, and yeah, oh mother, I can stab that son of a bitch sometimes. Um,
He's the reason why
but
people hate Carcoon.
yeah, desperate. Ooh, desperate for standard
Desperate standard,
like
gotcha.
that. If it does that, but yeah, desperate. Yeah, 6 is the only way to. And you're doing
It's
sway.
threat, right? Yeah, sway.
Yeah. It's a threat roll. Yeah, your threat is being shot. Level 3 harm.
As I do the double talk and I'm trying to sway him a different course of action that, we're not bad guys, we don't need to be shot. And and hangry is good. Just a little less angry, a little more hang. Oh, that's horrible.
Wow. Nice. 3 dots.
I get a 6 on one die, but I get a 3, and a 1 on 3 dice.
You want to do anything? You see this? I would say you both had an opportunity. I don't know if you would have hesitated to listen to Zim talk, or would you have been acting also, Shank?
My hand immediately goes to my throwing knives, but as he's talking, I'll hesitate, see if he
Excellent.
works.
All right, you're about. You hear that gun go off, boom! So you're gonna take level 3 harm.
Yeah.
But you can obviously push yourself
Oh yeah, I
to
am
reduce
pushing
that.
myself. Yeah. How do I do this?
Armor. So same way you, it's going to be prowess roll, but you can also use armor to
We're
reduce.
we're the thing where we're the four load. Can we even use armor?
What have you used?
I
Because
have one
some things
spot open.
I don't understand. Because sometimes, because it keeps when I was messing with it, it kept like it would mark stuff that actually like was zero load, which made no sense to me. So
So
like your
I have
fine
one
bottle of
load open
whiskey. I'm just trying
because
to see. Actually, you probably have. No, yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I want to see the whiskey and everything because, like I said, some things are marked like they have actual weight and they shouldn't. So I want to make sure you didn't like. I'm trying to figure out why it would, like, cause I know there's things that are zero load and it's like if I click it, it marks it as one, and I'm like, huh. I have to
my zero
figure out if.
loads don't show up here. My zero loads are a fine cover identity and a concealed palm pistol.
Oh, is that what they are? Okay.
Oh,
All right.
it's
I was just
there.
making
Concealed
sure.
palm pistol's there, and it
So that's what
counts
I'm
as a
saying.
load.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like it shouldn't count. I have to look into something to make sure I'm not reading something wrong on the fucking in the new rules that would do that. But yeah, so I'm saying if some things are, see, like your fine bottle, nope, that's one load. Brew plints are one load. Yeah, your fine cover identity zero, vial of slimmer essence, and then okay, um,
So I would need
yes,
two loads to do the armor, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So I've
I
only got
think
one load.
is armor two. I always
Yeah,
think I
armor's
think
got two dots next to
yeah,
it.
two dots it is. I always hated that one too. Standard, because then yeah, because it's two load, and then yeah, the other one is it's five total for yeah, it's five total for armor. So if you push yourself, you can reduce um to level two harm. We'll say shoulder shot.
And I roll resolve then.
Yeah, it would be resolve. Yeah, you just click resolve, so it'll probably give you two dice.
A four and a
You
one.
take two stress. I think is what you.
Yep.
And so basically, two stress, and you will take level two harm, uh, shot in the arm. So now your arm's kind of fucked up a little bit, and this cop looks like he's a little happy. Now I'm guessing this cop's about to get a fucking dagger in a weird spot.
Yes.
As yeah, so basically, you just hear boom, gun goes off. He's probably fucking cocking the hammer again.
Or
Um,
I mean, could we just run?
you can leave. Like I said,
I appreciate you trying to stick this guy, but
Well,
he's
I don't
about
want
to
to get
like
shot
to.
again.
I'd
yeah
like to
you can.
throw at his hand to try and disarm him.
Oh, nice. That's what I'm talking about. Risky standard. What are you gonna do? Finesse?
Yeah.
Actually, nothing like a nice thrown. Oh, bam.
You do
Uh,
it.
yeah, it's perfect. Like I said, so basically, uh, gun hits the ground, probably fucking goes off again. And he's kind of fucking like scrambling for it. Obviously, he's a little fucked up on drugs, so he's not as focused. Are you gonna finish this, or was that just like was that what you were looking for? The oh, you son of a motherfuckers! And he's kind of fucking scrambling on the ground,
I
looking
say we
for his
book it.
pistol.
Are we able to like grab the gun and toss it somewhere else so he can't shoot us while we're running?
Um,
Or would that be something else?
roll me a give me a fortune roll, which is two die, take the lowest. I don't know if it's one of the no free rolls over here. Oh, it is. So yeah, the roller on the left will give you a fortune roll, and you get 0 dice, which should probably roll 2 dice. And oh, it does. Look, damn nice. Um, I would say it's basically um, it's close enough for to him that if you kicked it, it could result in him basically kind of you're putting yourself in his reach is what you'd be doing.
All right, so fuck this return.
And I already rolled a fortune roll earlier, and you have nothing to worry about for he um, you had a very good fortune. The bad fortune was the fact that I still had to bother you on your way out. As you hit the main road here, either on oh, which way did you guys go, Bridge or Hulliver?
I would think Hulliver, right?
Uh,
And
yeah, I guess it's middle of the night, right? So there's no
yeah,
like
later in the
crowds to move
evening.
into.
It is not super busy, but it is Crow's Foot, one of the poorest neighborhoods. So there's definitely people coming and going at all hours. Um, and you two slipping into the roadway, uh, carrying boxes, is probably not something that was noticed. As people are probably running in other directions to that gunshot. Um, uh, you probably heard shouting. Um, one of Black and Blues probably passed you in the street from Hulliver Lane, heading in that direction. Not in a hurried manner. Will you guys look up and see that uh, as you kind of get to the H in Hulliver Lane, and you hear the shouting, you hear the sound of some explosions. Um, in the building as you were walking away, you seem like the northern part of that building basically crumbles, almost as a staged demolition brings like the northern half of that building into the sewers below. Um, it's probably like the scene from 9/11, dust and shit just kind of coming down. You hear the sounds of the screams and yelling, um, just chaos as you guys pick yourselves up off the ground from the destruction of this building. You guys have hated Black and Blues like a lot. These guys are dicks. They fucking but god damn, there were families in that building. And you just kind of look back and just the way it went down, it wasn't an accident. Impossible. Um, and you guys start heading home. Uh, where is home? What the fuck are you guys actually doing now that this building just went down behind you? As you guys are in the street, really just picking yourselves up, imagine just imagine the size of the explosion that's probably necessary to bring like half a building down. Um, imagine the fucks who did it because they were trying to kill one person in that building. Um, yeah, what are you guys doing?
This street called Underpass Lane below Fog Hollow. It's southwest of where we were. We put
Okay,
our
yeah,
base there under Underpass Lane. Seems like the kind of place.
Underpass Lane. What is your
We live
where
in
you
the
guys?
we live on the corner of Underpass Lane and Red Dragon Alley, Red Dagger Alley.
Um, but what is your actual? What do you just live in like a fucking an old warehouse, storefront? Let's see what they're.
Ooh, what about like a burnt out storefront that has a perfectly intact cellar? Like
Yeah,
the building got gutted by the fire, but the cellar is intact, and we use that as our lair.
Oh, I like
and
that.
and eventually we can make a liquor store above us.
Yeah.
We can be like the uptown clowns.
Yeah, my that building coming down, that was the last game I played with my crew on Sunday. They really dropped half a fucking building to kill one fucking person.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna get blamed for it because someone knows I was there.
Yeah, it was
Now
Eris.
he's dead.
Eris did it. It was kind of funny. Like, dude, really? You guys, this is what we're doing?
Ares brought the
Really?
building down, and Ares got me shot.
I'm right. Burnout storefront, perfect cellar. I like that. Oh, it's trauma, downtime, crew phase. Orange Hills one level. So as you guys come out, you get your drugs and all that. Daring or dangerous scores. All right. So, like I said, when you guys went into this, um, with the drugs you have and everything you had to do, uh, you're gonna make 6 coin off the score. Um, the bad thing about it, to figure out who, but you guys work in an area that belongs to somebody. So, do you have to pay your ward boss 1 coin for every 4 coins from payoff and crew claims. All right, so you're 1 coin here. Say we don't worry about that, but there are banks too, which is kind of crazy. The gym assesses the fallout from the score. Heat, quiet, low exposure. I'd say for you guys, it was definitely quiet, low exposure. So 2 plus 1 heat of the crew. Two. There's a bunch of chaos, but that wasn't for you. Destruction and mayhem, that wasn't for you. +4 if death occurred in connection to the score. Yeah, no. Um, 1 to 4 for a witness willing to talk. I'm gonna give you +1 for a witness. Uh, yeah, so you get 3 heat. Of course, I'll take track of all this. Rep. 1 rep +1 per tier of the target. So you get 1 rep, so 3 rep. Infamy, 1 rep for every 3 heat gained for the score after reduction. Oh, so you get 4 rep. All right. Worry about statuses later. We ain't gonna get no entanglements. We're in a special time. Give me page 82. Let's go over that. Activities. There we are. All right. So there are four downtime activities. I think it's the same way. You get 3 free or 2 free, and you can use coin. Each guide may pursue 2 free activities during downtime. Additional activities cost 1 coin or 1 rep. So there are 4 activities you can do during downtime: acquire, recover, train, and work. Do. Gain temporary. So acquire is to gain temporary items, services, vehicles, or cohorts. Recover, when you recover in a safe location, basically it's healing. Training uses action. So you actually have to train to spend your XP. You just don't actually gain XP, which is kind of, or you can't just spend XP, which is kind of weird. And then you work. Accomplish a simple project, or work a side job to earn 1 coin. Huh, I forgot they changed stress too. I think you just get rid of stress now. Kind of interesting. Do, do, do. Well, they did not organize this book correctly. Can imagine you guys uh, stashing your drugs. Uh, so
I need to recover.
you yeah. So so how do you guys sell? Is it just like you guys just classic on the corner? Are you guys selling out of the storefront?
We don't want to sell it out of the storefront, right?
No, think so.
So we go sell hangry on corners.
Okay, I figured. All right. So hold your cruise hold on tiers measurement. Okay. Now, scoundrel phase. Beginning of the scoundrel phase for each character. Restore your armor and your special armor. Remove all level 1 harm if you're in a safe place to rest. Add 1 tick to your healing clock. Um, the rest of downtime consists of vice and activities. Vice does not count as an activity. Yeah, that's kind of cool. They get rid of your vice. Each player can do these in any order. Each pursuit includes a question or two to prompt role playing. So when you indulge your vice, spend 1 coin and clear all your stress. If your stress level was 6 or more, you overindulge. Your character suffers a complication depending on your role. So it's that. And then, like I said, then you have your 4 other activities, which are acquire, recover, train, and work. And when you require, like I said, you don't have to like require a specific thing. Uh, but I do know somebody who said recover. When we recover to a safe location, I don't know if you have a. So a safe location is a place to rest, and right now your lair, even though it makes sense that you can stay there, and like the concept, the game rules are that you can't actually sleep in your lair unless you actually have quarters. Like there's an actual advancement for that. Um, so as of now, I do not think you have a true safe place to recover. So you don't have a to the hearing clock equal to your clues tier. When your hearing clock fills, so if you're engaged in services of a Fisker, so you need to get a Fisker,
Oh
a
yeah.
Physiker, a
No, I'm gonna go get
Physiker.
a Fisker.
So
I'm
a
gonna get healed with.
Physiker removes the instance of harm with a level equal to or less than their quality. Physicers on the playbook like Sawtooth are quality 2. For each coin you pay increases the physical's quality by 1 for this downtime to receive more extensive care. Or instead, you can go to hospital. Instead of recovering on your own, you're going to use this activity to stay in a private hospital because there are no public hospitals in Duskball. Remove all your harm and choose to take 1 heat and pay 2 coin or pay 3 coin.
And how much do I got to do from a physiker?
So if you engage the service of a physiker, so I think to actually use a physiker, you might have to acquire. Gain temporary items, services, vehicle cohorts, make a 4-segment supply clock for the acquisition to be ticked each time it is used in a substantial way. Pay 1 coin for each quality level higher than the cruise tier. Pay 1 coin for each special feature, hidden compartment, disguise, or easily concealed. If it is very rare. That's weird. You'd figure they would recover when you're recovering, say place. When your healing clock is full. Each do remove all harm, clear healing. I thought it. This makes so if you also engage the services of a physiker, they instance of yeah, so you'll either have to acquire a physiker, which will cost you gain temporary services, make so it costs you 2 coin for a physiker. To mark, so basically it would give you a 4-segment supply clock, which you could use to fill up your healing clock, which I think is a 4-segment clock also.
Yeah.
Um, so, 2 coin, and it would reduce your, make sure I had that right. See. Also engage a server as a physiker, they remove an instance of harm with a level equal to or less than their. Oh, so yeah, never mind. You'd pay 2 coin, and he would just, yeah, like I said, he would get rid of your, he could get rid of your level 2 harm.
Okay, so that would
Okay,
be
okay.
2 downtimes would be acquire and then get the surgery.
Wow. Yeah, so basically, yeah, your downtime activities would be, first of all, 1 coin, obviously, to, if you're gonna indulge your vice, but then, 2 coin, to acquire, and then you would use the recovery action also to, use said physiker and, get rid of your harm. Why you going after the goddamn fucking black and blue anyway? Shooting you up like this. What the fuck? Thought you knew better than this, Zim.
Oh, I did, but he got some good stuff. He was on the hangry. He wasn't in his own mind. It's good
What?
stuff. Hangry.
I heard no hangry.
Well, it's the
What's
best
hangry?
stuff around. It's good stuff. Gets you. You go from happy to angry, and you're
Hmm.
angry because you want more.
Yeah, I'm always angry. I get it. Makes sense. Gotta be careful out there. You know what I really do need? Seems like with this whole thing going on with black and blue and the army and the military, strangely enough, antibiotics.
You know what? I'll look into that for you.
Be careful. I think they made them illegal.
I might have to know a couple guys to do that then.
love it, girl. I'm coming. Yeah. So your doctor's name is Flashburn.
That works.
Tolton Marks is his name. Tolton Marks. Flashburn. Uh, did you need to do anything in downtime activity,
Uh,
Shanks?
I have 2 stress and 1 harm.
So for stress, you would your level one would is it level one harm?
Yeah.
Yeah, all level one harm goes away. Okay, actually remove all level one harm. Yeah, yeah. So basically, yeah. So you remove all level one harm, so all level one harm goes away. 1 coin will get rid of all your stress. So what's your
Luxury.
luxury? Oh shit. And what's your luxury? I'd like to know what a lurk does for luxury.
He wants what he can't have. Like just anything, fine alcohol, cigars, not for like the addictive quality of it, but just to have it, kind of.
Makes sense. You imagine things like going going to like Brightstone and stuff like that, and like doing hotel, like staying at like a fucking like a nice hotel for the night, and using a room service and shit like that, fancy dinners. Okay, that makes sense.
Should have told me that. Next time I'll just give you like 3 of my load. Give you my whiskey.
For tonight, it's a fine whiskey bar that does like the it's a whiskey bar that perpetrates itself as a they call it cigar places. Basically, they sell cigars kind of concepts. So, and they're enjoying
Tobacconist?
the night. Yeah, and so you're enjoying the night, sitting down. A couple of people who probably look, uh, definitely like they do this way more often than you get to. Um, and in their discussion, uh, you hear talk of new like military basically they're talking about soldiers like military soldiers, um, almost like some kind of like super soldier serum kind of thing they're talking about. It's not permanent, something, but you can tell these guys are speaking in a way of exploiting uh, this this drug, and it sounds a little bit like what you guys have like acquired, something along the happy rage kind of thing, and you guys are kind of making some connections as you're sitting there, and you're thinking about the fact that Black and Blue has got connected with the military, uh, and now the discussion behind you about the drug that you guys have newly acquired. Uh, it sounds like something that the military was using in their e- early parts of their program.
Okay. Do I hear anything about who's developing other than just the military? Is it like a private company or?
Oh yeah, you definitely you hear, and it's weird to you, and you've heard the name before, Mouse Tech, and you've heard the name before, and um, from what you understand, they're basically solely produce things for like the imperial military. Oh, somebody put Rackham up on the screen. That's cool.
And you said the indulging doesn't use up one of my two
No,
actions.
no, the vice, yeah, you automatically get yeah, they realize that you pretty much need to indulge your vice every time. So yeah, indulging your vice just costs 1 coin. I know you guys have 5 between you right now because oh, you have 6 between you. But
One to the
uh,
one to the boss, one for me, and one. Or I spent two on my.
yeah, you spent 2, and then you still need to spend 1 for your vice, which will make 3 total. So technically, there's 1 coin left.
And you were counting me spending one for my voice.
Yes. Well, yeah,
Okay.
unless you're not
I
gonna.
have a question. I
Mm-hmm.
was messing around and I gave myself reckless and cold, and I can't get rid of them.
You give yourself traumas. Why would you give yourself traumas?
I was trying to see what it did. Oh, there's a delete.
Did you try right clicking?
I just saw that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that too.
Thank you, thank you.
Uh,
That's always my go-to. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
I guess for my last time, I will train.
For training, like I said, and the thing is actually spending XP, not gaining XP anymore, which is
Oh,
really weird. You can actually work, which is really nice. So you accomplish a simple task project, or you can actually do a side job and earn 1 coin.
yeah, I guess I'll work.
We can do it obviously, and also work is also doing long-term projects if you have something. Uh, yeah, so I can imagine you selling a little drugs on the side, uh, beyond what you and the crew are making, and yeah, you can add a coin instead of coin. Oh, you can also, yeah, and if you work, also it says you can also gain other benefits instead of coin, like earning a favor or reducing heat. So how do you do it? There's a way to reduce heat. I forgot how we reduce heat. To look at that. I think it has to do with who you know and not. Easy. It's going to appropriate. Ask the players if they want to ask an appropriate contact. Okay, so reducing heat. Ask players if they want to ask the appropriate contact or faction to reduce heat before applying it to the crew sheet. The more powerful connected they are, the more they can reduce. Friendly connections may do this for a few coin, 1 coin per heat, as a favor or in exchange for service. Other connections expect more in return, 2 coin per heat or significant service. Okay, and your heat's not that high. And again, we're only on a little side quest, side test. Um, all right, so we had a work. Now you have 2 coins. And that's what I thought was weird. I thought the training them change. That was the one thing I thought that training was weird. How they trained. Yeah. So, so I lost it. Hold scoundrel phase. Here we go. Yeah. So Yeah, so training you actually use the XP, use this activity to spend XP to get an advance. Oh, you can use this activity to act as an instructor with quality equal to your rating, in the equivalent action rating being advanced. When you're an instructor, you may also spend XP to advance. Huh, interesting.
So you could spend your downtime to instruct and spend your XP.
Yeah, that's what it says. That's interesting. Yeah, so you could train. Yeah, because basically when you train, three, you need to train with an. Yeah, so you describe your training montage. Spend XP to advance. To advance an action rating to three, you need to train with an instructor with a quality of three or more, either acquired from crew training upgrade, which you guys have, like what I think one of the training upgrades. Actions rating of four aren't available until you unlock mastery for your crew. Yeah, it's kind of funny they talk about describe your training montage. It's like, what is this like? Montage. All right. Oh, that man is just an unlucky man. Jury duty, meetings.
Well, yeah, and the problem is yeah, he had to do the sit down and wait to be called for jury duty, but he's still got to do his work when he gets home.
That sucks. Yeah, I don't even get paid for jury duty. So if I went, that was funny. I was talking about. I mentioned it. Yeah. We could probably end it here. I know we didn't get too far into craziness, but
No, I had fun.
if we play again, yeah, it was. I just thought it was funny that I was like, let me just put them in that building for certain like
Shits and giggles.
like for if you guys were going to be like assassins or something like that when you went into that building, I was going to bring it down while you guys were in it
Oof.
as part of the score. I was like, oh, that'll be fun. I was just, but for that one, I was just gonna put you guys basically like outside his door. Like, oh, you're just outside his door. Go ahead. And then that's why you're gonna, yeah. And you guys will probably be like, why is this so
Thanks for
easy?
watching.
It's not.
Epitaphic Creation streams Monday,
Yeah,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday,
it's
Wednesdays
been a
D and
while since I've
D.
read the new
The end
rules.
of
I
the
was
month,
actually
Wednesday.
reading because they
Might
actually,
change,
like
but
I
it's
said, they're
probably
coming
World
out
of
with
Darkness.
68. I think it's called. Um, and they've like they kind of went back a little bit to like a little bit older rules, but then they changed coins to stacks. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, they changed all the playbooks. Like they got rid of like they call them something different and stuff now because it's like I said, it's a more modern time.
yeah.